What's up guys, RMP Connect back with another video for you. This is the unboxing of my new case, which is from Coolermaster. It is their newest line. It's called the Coolermaster Stormtrooper. And what's unique and special about this case is the design of it is different from the Half X and the Half 932. It still has, I guess, the same rugged look to it, but there are quite a few new features about this case that I really liked and I thought was really neat. And this case just released, I want to say the 27th or the 25th, I cannot remember exactly. It was one of those 2 days it just came out of October. So I had it on pre-order and I had to wait for it to come in. I had a problem with the other case I had. It was damaged during shipping, so I couldn't do a video on it. And alright, well, let's get on to it. As you can see there, it's a fairly large box, like most full-size towers. The unique features about this is it does have a carrying handle on the top. Actually, two. It has a carrying handle and a grip on the back side for your hand to help balance it out, which is a really cool feature. And it has, on the inside, the hard drive bays are rotatable 90 degrees, so you could place the hard drive cage how you see it now, where the hard drive would be going from the front to the back of the case and the LEDs would be mounted on the front, or you can have it from side to side, which I will go over and show you. I'm not going to go over a lot of stuff on the box because it would just take too long going over the video and doing all these different things. It's a typical box. It's glossy. It housed the power supply. You know what? I think I'm gonna stop making videos. I can't even talk today. And you know, it has the case in it. There's really nothing to say. It goes over a few things. It shows you some unique features on the back. Nothing special. But let's get on to the actual case now. That's the special part. All right. So here's the case. It is a thing of beauty, I will admit. What I really like about this case is the finish on it. It's got a real nice finish, almost like a rubber matte. It's got a dark black matte finish to it, but almost like a rubber feeling. It's really nice. And it comes apart real easy, real nice. It's one of the neat features I like about it. It supports, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I mean, you could have up to 9 expansions on here. Well, I guess we'll start with the top here. So let's move the camera up a little bit. Alright, so the top half of it here, you have this large octagonal looking button here. This is the power button. Okay, this whole thing lights up with a Coolermaster logo in the center when it's red, and this powers up your system. You have the center smaller button here, which is the LED on-off switch for the fans that mount. Actually, I think they come mounted to the side, and you can switch them to the front if you need to. All the case fans are red, and this is the button to turn them on and off. Then you have these two side buttons, a minus and plus sign, which speed up the fan. You have LEDs, 3 LEDs right here. Each setting has 2 speeds to it, so you just keep going. It will beep, and it beeps as you're doing it. It's really cool. Then over here you have your hard drive LED, your power LED, your microphone jack, headphone jack. You get 2 USB 3.0, 2 USB 2.0, an eSATA, and your reset switch. On the top here, as you can see, there is your carrying handle to make it easy to carry if you're going around or you just have to move it and things like that. The top of it is very nice. It has all the vents up here and across the top, and it has the Trooper logo. So this is really nice. I really like this case. On the side here, there is no side window. You do have the ventilation grating here, where you can mount up to 2 120mm fans. And let's get on to the back side. Alright, on the back side here, we'll lower the camera down a little bit. On the back side here, you have a bottom mounted power supply, It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 expansion slots, so it supports up to 4-way SLI. Over here, this looks kind of funky, but this is for cable routing. You can weave your cables in and out of here if you, or for like if you want to strap liquid cooling, things like that. You can mount it to the backside here, and you can strap all through here. It has the rear 140mm fan, and your I/O shield mounts here, obviously. You have 2 large rubber grommets for external water cooling, or you have the smaller one for smaller tubing if you need it. Another neat feature is this thing has fan filters everywhere. First one is on the top here. It just slides right out, and it covers the whole top. And it slides back in, clips right back into place. Then you have the grip here, like I was explaining. Now on the bottom, you have another one that, let me see here. Oh, there it goes. You have another one, it's a little slightly smaller, which covers the base of the PSU. And that just snaps right back into place. So that's really cool. And then you also have another fan filter, a longer one, just like the top, but it's on the front half of the chassis. Onto the back side, or the other side where the motherboard is, you have another ventilation grate here. There you cannot mount any fans or anything here, but it adds for added cooling. This is the hard drive bay and 5¼ bays over here with the 2 fans, which as of right now, they're mounted on the other side blowing out like here. So your hard drives go in like this, and the air is blowing out across them like this, so the air has a place to go, which is really neat. You also have this bulge on the side of the case here for making cable management a lot easier. Not to mention the inside of this case has enormous amounts of cable management access and hiding. So we'll start with the back side here, since it's already here. The back side here, you have a large motherboard cutout, which is really nice. You have 2 large rubber grommets here for cable management to slide in and out to kind of help hide and tuck away the cables. And you also have a larger one on the bottom for those thicker cables that come off the power supply, like the 24-pin, so on and so forth. Like I said, here are the hard drive cages. You get 2 of them, and these are removable. And you can either remove them for added airflow, or you can rotate them 90 degrees to have the hard drives facing the other direction, and which mounts the fans to the front. The top is not removable, and the bottom here is a storage bay for tools, screws, whatever you need. And of course it comes with a large bundle of all your connectors and wires that you need to plug into your motherboard, and fans for the fan controller in the front. So, alright, we will take off the other side. While I have it off here, I will show you. As you can see here, it does have the mounting holes for 2 120mm fans here. You cannot mount one over here on this side, it's just 2 right here, which would blow directly across your video cards. Now, the top of the case here comes off extremely easy. There are just small little clips on the inside that you just press. You just pull them back towards you, which releases the top here, and then the same thing on the other side. You have the clips that you just pop, and the whole thing slides right off. Now, tell me guys, what do you think this looks like? If you look at this whole thing, to me it looks like the Predator's mask. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I think it's really cool looking. I don't know, maybe use it for Halloween or something. Anyway, so we'll put that aside. Alright, so now the top here, this grants you, now the purpose of taking the top half off here is grants you access to the top 200mm fan. So we'll move this to the side like this, flip it down. So as you can see back here, oh no you can't see, now you can see. This here is where the other handle, these are all riveted onto the actual chassis itself, so they are really insecure. Same thing with this, they're really on, very, very secure, so they will not fall off and break. This is the top fan filter, which comes off, but this grants you the access to the screws to the 200mm fan, or when you are ready to mount a dual radiator for water cooling. It also mounts up to the top here. So onto the inside, you have your two fans here, which are two 120mm fans that have red LEDs, like I explained. And these can mount to the front of the case, like I said, when you rotate the hard drive bay. Then on the bottom here, you have a smaller cage here that supports up to, let me see, 4 SSD drives, which is really cool. Or you can totally remove this with a couple of screws from the bottom. You can totally take this out and add some extra airflow if you need to. It's got 2 rubber padding, or pads, on the bottom here to help for anti-vibration of the power supply. And like I said, it's all, you got the 9 expansion bays with your rear 140mm fan connectors. It also has, it uses a 4-pin, or you can disconnect it to a 3-pin if you want to connect it to the motherboard, so it's a cool feature. And it's the same thing with the other fans. You have all the quick disconnects to 3-pin to 4-pin, and you get all your motherboard connectors, USB 3.0 connector, the audio, all that good stuff. What else can I say? The front here, the front here has an X-Dock station, which is a hot swap bay for SSD drives. It slides right in, this little flap here goes down, and it slides right in and plugs in, and you can transfer your information as needed. Also, these here come off extremely easy. They just pinch the sides like this, and they come right off. It's really, really neat. I like that. You don't have to go in from the inside, and you don't have to pop them out and all that nonsense, you know, it takes up time. Oh, on the bottom here, before I forget, on the bottom here we have the Coolermaster logo, but also it's got 2 things on the side that you squeeze. That comes right off, and on the bottom here you have access to a tray, which they keep it screwed in right now, so I'm not going to do that. But inside here is your accessories, your motherboard standoffs, and there's some zip ties, some extra screws, a whole bunch of thumb screws for however you want to move this thing around. But yeah, dude, this is a really nice case. This is their newest one, so I'll show some videos and some pictures of it up and running with everything in it. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Alright guys, the next videos will be all benchmarking, so I'll see you later.